Stoneplay. Stoneplay is a production for early years audiences. In South Africa, there was a real gap in the theatre environment for work specifically for preschool children, so under the age of 7. I was really keen to fill this gap, and so Stoneplay is one of a whole series of works that Magnet Theatre has been busy with really for about the last 7 years.
Most of the time, people think that theatre is for adults. They think that the only people who will be able to watch and understand theatre is adults. So like when we're doing it for kids, like we're trying to say, no, actually kids can also go to theatre.
The show, first of all, is the age is from 3 to 6. But for me, I think anyone can watch the show because it will be interesting to anyone.
There's no difference between making theatre for children and making theatre for adults. It has to satisfy you. That image of the ball and the little balls going inside for the children is just an image. For me, it's an image of the birth of the world.
We have what we are offering you, what to feel and what to see, but this show opens that field, that way you can come with your own story. What do you see and how do you feel about a certain thing?
That's also a really important part of the work, is this kind of interface between the child's imagination and what we are proposing in the space. Once we start inviting the children in, because we might think, oh, we've been very clever and this is wonderful, and the children will just start talking or start getting irritable at certain points, and that will change how we continue with the piece.
There's such a great gauge. You know exactly where the weak points are in the piece, where the strong points are.
Some will be giggling, some will cry, some will just stare at you, and then you'll be like, what the? When
the blue colour came out, there's one kid who just went blue at the top of his voice. There's nothing better than a belly laugh coming out of a 3-year-old. I mean, it literally makes you want to cry. It's so beautiful. And there was a lot of that.
I think it's really important that with our colonial history that we don't feed our children imports from other places, that we really affirm and underline the kind of sounds, the objects that are in our spaces here, that we affirm that.
I think going back to the days of apartheid, whereby some of the people were being banned in the country for speaking in particular issues that were happening in the country. So I think Magnet saw that opportunity that, okay, they don't want us to say this vocally, then we will use our body. And it is important also, I think, for the kids in Europe and UK to know such stories about Africa as a whole, which is quite an honor for us to be the ones who are going to tell such a story.